Welcome back, guys. So we're continuing on our Ford F100 project. So as you can see here, looks like I've been shining up that grill a little bit. You can see the oldness, and then I started trying to clean up on this and polish it up some. I've taken the headlight adjusters out to get inside there. I've been cleaning up on the grill a little bit. It's got a long way to go, but it is a whole lot smoother and a whole lot nicer than this. So I don't know how far I'm going to get into that, because guys, I don't know if y'all have ever taken a grill off one of these. It's not as easy as it looks. The inserts, they're not bad. They're like 6 screws, whatever. The actual grill, I was going to take it off, and come to find out, I think it's about 30,000 bolts just to get that off. I don't know what I've gotten myself into on trying to clean that part up, but y'all can see night and day difference here. I just worked on this side over here, and that was just 15 minutes, like 15-20 minutes after I got home one night. Guys, I also had about an hour one day and finally got this off. That's right, guys, I finally got the seized drum off of it. The bad thing is, it broke just about everything inside there with it. I've got an adjuster here that came out. Some of my clips that actually hold these on came out and broke. I've got a whole spring here. I've literally got pieces of spring. And then, of course, you can see all the dirt and all the rust that came out. And, guys, I want to show you this drum because, oh, my God, it is so bad. You can see how I actually warped the drum itself trying to get it off. And I'll show you why. That's from me hitting it with a hammer. It busted the casting. This is a brake pad. That was supposed to be stuck to the actual brakes, but instead it stuck to the drum. And that's where I hit it on the other side. It has warped and broke everything. So, needless to say, just to fix the brakes on this thing, I'm going to have to get new drums, new brakes, new everything. Everything inside of here is going to have to be completely new, because all of this is just, it's gone. I'm even going to get a new adjuster, a new piston, and new springs, new mounting plates, everything. It's bad. And then also, to get the other side done, we're going to have to get some lug studs. I haven't taken this side loose yet. I need to hammer on it just a little bit. I think it will actually come off a little bit easier because this wheel does turn. So I think this one may come off easier. It's just going to be, it's just a little seized up on there. Everything's rusted. So I'm going to have to slam it with a hammer a few times. Then I still have this drum up here. I haven't got to it yet. I've been in and out of town so much that I haven't been able to really work on it. But this one is still seized on there, and it's going to take some work. Also, wanted to kind of show y'all a little bit where I took the cluster out. So you can see back here where that cluster was sitting. Everything looks pretty original. Doesn't look like it's been tampered with too much, except for down here. All these right here have been cut into and spliced. And that's probably your neutral safety switch and blinkers and stuff like that. So I did try to hook up the instrument cluster and I noticed that blinkers wasn't working exactly like they were supposed to. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of probing, test wiring on that before I can put the new instrument cluster in. But I do want to show y'all something that I did. So with the instrument cluster, I decided, you know what, those old lights inside there, they're just not going to work. So let me take you inside here. We're going to show you what I did. So everybody remembers the last video where we was at with this. Well, I went to O'Reilly's and found that. I know it kind of looks ghetto. It looks like something a high schooler would do. But with the mileage being down here, I can still see it. The speedometer there is pretty bright. You can see my temp gauge. Oil, I mean, it's a little dim, as well as the alternator. But everything else, man, I'm talking, that's going to look good. And all I did, this is what comes in the package when you buy the little LED light. That right there simply disconnects. And I've actually got a pigtail here to where I can hardwire it in. So my plans are, we're going to hardwire this into the light where your normal lights work to light up the instrument cluster. We're going to wire this in there. Vis-a-vis while I have to go in there and figure out the wiring behind the cluster, because something's not right. The blinkers, I've got, whenever I click the blinker down, it seems like it wants to work one way, but it doesn't want to work the other way. And then hazards are just, they're steady, they're solid, they're not actually flashing. So I've got to figure that out. But I did want to give y'all an update. That way y'all can kind of see where we're at. My assistant here. I got the grill pieces out. We're going to get them cleaned up. Probably going to go through and take this off. Clean it up really, really good. Repaint these black. Go through it and polish up all this aluminum. Because, I mean, it's not to my likings. Now these are plastic and they've got a few breaks in them, as you can see here and here, and on this one over here I've got a break right there. I'm gonna have to maybe put a dab of super glue or something on those, maybe repaint these. That way we can get this grill looking good again. Now that I've got it to where it will idle, I can get it to rev up. I want to see if I can get wheels and tires put on it, see if I can get the grill and new headlights put in, and fix the brake lights and the blinkers. That way I can take this thing around town. I really want to drive this thing around town. I also had to get 2 new wheels, because they're, I mean, well, all 4 tires basically. But guys, we're not that far off. Bad thing is, I've done some figuring, just to get this thing on the road with brakes that don't look like that. I'm gonna have to spend a little bit more than I can at one time. So it's gonna actually take, I was hoping to do a burnout before the new year, or on New Year's. That was my goal. With Christmas approaching, bills, etc., I don't know if it's gonna happen. But guys, we're getting closer, and I mean, we're not that far away before we're gonna start ripping in this thing. And also, I've got somebody that wants to come by and actually clean this thing up. They want to get all that old, you know, mossy looking stuff off of there. Now this right here will not clean up, okay? This is actually a green paint. So I'm figuring that this truck was green and white. You can see here the green is gone, and then this is just all rust. It's pretty bad. I don't really want to put a new hood on it. I don't really want to repaint it. I kind of like how sweaty it looks, you know. I kind of it just, it screams, hey, look at me, I'm old. And I want it to surprise people whenever it revs up and they're like, oh, okay, that thing actually sounds pretty decent. But next in the next videos, we're going to be taking the seat out. Seat's going to come out. Let me move this headlight here. Those are actually going away too. We're going to go with some newer ones. And then we're going to take that out. Because that right there has got the inside of this truck smelling so bad, it's not even funny. So we might actually do this one today. Not sure if there's any gas in that tank. It's not going to go back in there. I've got plans for that. Actually, you know what? We're going to share those plans with you. So I'm part of a forum on F100 page on Facebook. Basically, a guy back here took this corner. He welded in a box right here. And in that box was a gas cap he could use. And it ran down to a fuel tank that was underneath the bed. So soon the bed will be coming out of this because it's a little far gone. We're going to put a 67 Mustang tank down in here, and we're going to plumb it up to where I could fill it up right here. So that's our plans on fuel tanks. I'll have to get completely new fuel lines. Probably going to run a fuel pressure regulator as well as a return line. So all this will be going away. And this seat has seen better days. It's not, I mean, you can literally just see all the garbage that's in here. I'll probably actually be pressure washing this whole inside out. But yeah, I just wanted to give y'all an update. I hadn't really posted a video in a while. I kind of had that instrument cluster one in my gallery for a minute. Hadn't really had a chance to post it. I've been working 60-70 hours a week, so but I did want to give y'all an update and let y'all see kind of where we're at. Guys, if y'all have any recommendations for this truck, whether it be, hey, why don't you put, you know, take all the trim off, or take those bed rails off, or maybe do a drip rail delete, which I've honestly thought about. I need to reseal some things. You know, any ideas y'all have, maybe on paint, if y'all think I should paint it, or if y'all think I should do a wood floor. You know, I mean, if y'all have recommendations, I'm more than open to hearing them. I'm not just one of those people that are dead set on my own thoughts. So if y'all have ideas, let me know. Most definitely.